Have you ever thought your life was perfectly balanced, only to discover cracks just beneath the surface? For years, I prided myself on keeping everything running smoothly. Work deadlines met, family dinners cooked, even the laundry, mostly, folded on time. Living in a small Ohio town, you get used to the rhythm. Everyone greets you by name, your routines are visible, and privacy is more of a suggestion than a guarantee. But here's the catch. What we call stability can sometimes be a fragile illusion. Psychologists use the term homeostasis to describe how systems strive for balance, but real life rarely cooperates. Let me tell you a story. Day in, day out, I managed our household like clockwork, believing love and effort would smooth over any rough patch. But under that surface, silent tensions, what social workers call latent stressors, can slowly build up pressure. Now, you might be thinking, isn't routine good for us? Absolutely, up to a point. But sometimes, our routines become blindfolds, hiding truths we don't want to see. My marriage to Michael felt steady, but as you'll soon hear, even the best facades can hide painful realities. What I didn't realize was how isolation can creep in, even when you're surrounded by familiar faces. Emotional distance, like a hairline crack in porcelain, is almost invisible until someone exposes it. So let's dig deeper. How do we know when our everyday lives are balanced and when they're just holding together by habit? Sometimes it takes an unexpected visitor to reveal the answer. Imagine being asked for a small favor, a simple act of kindness, by someone you once knew as a child. That's exactly how Daniel re-entered my life. He wasn't just Michael's step-nephew. He was a young man seeking support as he charted his own course. He needed practice hours for his massage therapy certification. And I agreed, thinking, what's the harm? It's just helping family. Here's where the psychological concept of boundaries comes in, a term therapists often use to describe the invisible lines between comfort and vulnerability. I thought I was helping Daniel, but I didn't realize I was also opening a window into my own unexamined needs, loneliness, longing for connection, maybe even validation. Now you might be asking, wasn't this inappropriate? But every session was strictly professional. Daniel explained muscle fascia, that web of connective tissue that holds us together, and ironically, I started to wonder what was holding me together emotionally. Michael, for his part, barely noticed Daniel's visits. His disengagement was a red flag, the kind that only makes sense in hindsight. Sometimes, we don't see the warning signs until someone else points them out. In the end, Daniel's request seemed ordinary, but it turned out to be the first domino in a chain reaction that would unravel everything I thought I knew about my marriage and myself. Let me paint the scene. The living room. A quiet evening, Daniel hesitating as he packs up his things. "Aunt Claire, can I tell you something?" he asks. Sometimes, the smallest questions can unleash the biggest storms. In psychology, there's a term called cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort when reality collides with what you want to believe. That was me, frozen as Daniel revealed what he'd discovered. Messages on Michael's phone, late-night calls, secrets I never imagined. Now, you might be thinking, wouldn't you just dismiss it? For a split second, I wanted to. I almost scolded Daniel for even suggesting it. But when he showed me the evidence screenshots, affectionate words meant for someone else, the truth was undeniable. It felt like my world fractured right in my hands. Now, betrayal isn't just about broken promises. It's a biological event too. Your body floods with stress hormones like cortisol. Your thoughts race. You can't breathe. I confronted Michael that night, and he didn't even deny it. The reality was raw and brutal. Our marriage was already lost. I just hadn't seen it. In that moment, I faced a choice: retreat into denial or face the painful truth. Thanks to Daniel's honesty, I chose the latter, no matter how much it hurt. So what happens after the storm? The answer is less like flipping a switch, more like slow cellular healing. Think of how scar tissue forms after a wound. The weeks after Michael's confession were some of the darkest of my life. Every room in our house seemed hostile, every memory tainted by doubt. Therapists talk about post-traumatic growth, The idea that pain can spark new strengths. At first, I couldn't see it. I tried counseling, clung to the hope we could fix what was broken, but Michael's heart had checked out long before. Filing for separation felt like admitting defeat, but it was actually the first step toward reclaiming my own story. Now you're probably wondering, who helped you through it? Ironically, it was Daniel, the same person who upended my world, who offered the most support. He reminded me that my worth wasn't defined by betrayal. He helped me see the resilience I'd buried beneath years of routine. In biology, there's a process called neuroplasticity, where the brain rewires itself after trauma. My healing wasn't linear, but over time, I found new joys, painting, solitude, a small apartment that was truly mine. Here's the resolution. Life rarely turns out the way we script it, but when the truth finally emerges, it can set us free to rebuild with intention, piece by piece, on our own terms.